Yeah, good afternoon. Happy to be here with us this afternoon. All right, so I'm Olushola by name, product lead at TVS. And I'm a medical student turned designer. So practically, I want to believe that most of us here did not study design on campus. Am I correct? So I believe we picked up design maybe as an hobby, a passion, or some people picked up as, more like a profession that they want to, go into as it were. So today we are looking at what and I've titled The Rise of Hybrid Designers and the Human AI Nexus. So please just follow me along and let's see what we have this afternoon. All right, so AI now lives among us. Is that correct? Is that correct? Practically. It's becoming harder every day to more like, tell what was created by AI and what wasn't created by AI. 2 years ago, you can see an image and you say, oh, this is an AI, generated image. Am I correct? But now, you see an hyper-realistic picture, and you can't tell if this is AI created or not. So let's play a game, this or that. So I'll show us some pictures now, and you tell me if this is an AI created picture or a realistic picture, as it were. All right, so anyone, is this AI or real picture? AI or real? Are you sure this is real? Why? It's obvious. I love that. She said it's obvious that this is AI. Okay, so let's look at the next picture here. How about this? This is AI. Are you sure? So who can tell me why this is AI? Anyone? Okay, so who wants to tell us why do you say this is an AI-generated image? Someone said it's so obvious. So why? Why is it so obvious that this is an AI-generated image? What do you say? Okay, go on, yes. Why? Okay, the shadow, their feet, not constant. All right, okay. So how about this image? AI or real? AI or real? Okay, so anybody want to speak? Why do you say this is an AI-generated image? What do you say? On free pick. Okay, so is that why it's AI-generated? Okay, anybody again? Okay, why? All right, okay, so should I tell us the answer? So all three images are AI-generated. So if you say the first one is real, you are wrong. So let's go back to the first one. So most of us agree that this is a real picture. But apparently, with just few prompts, I generated this image with Grok. We have different AI generated tools and software now, and we'll discuss that later. So while I was preparing for this section, I discovered something fascinating. So who can tell me, how much do we think the first AI-generated portrait artwork auctioned for? Anyone? So somebody took out time, generated an AI image and sold it.
€0.
What is that? Okay, someone spoke now. I didn't hear that.
I'm saying €0 because AI pictures are mostly worthless.
You said?
AI pictures are mostly worthless.
I can't hear that.
AI pictures are mostly worthless.
Okay, I'm mostly worthless. Okay, say worthless. Okay. Anyone? So we can guess the price. A good guess. How much do you think the first AI-generated portrait artwork auction for? Okay, so let me tell you the price. So it was sold for $432,500. So the asking price was $10,000. But after auction, prices came up and discussion happened, and it was sold for this amount. You see, what caught my interest was the fact that how do you know that this was the first AI-generated portrait image? So that's the power of storytelling. So the person was able to tell a story about that particular image and sell it for that amount. So this is it's called a Portrait of Edmond de Bellamy, and it was generated from 15,000 historical portraits. So most of us, we go to AI and we generate several images and we just dump it there. But someone is selling his own for this outrageous price. So please, know what you're working with. All right, so within the space of 1 year, look at the difference in what AI could generate. The same prompt, but different results. So what does this tell us is the fact that AI is progressing and advancing astronomically. And designers need to be able to, learn fast and catch up with this advancement in AI. Let's look at this. Who remember this video that went viral on Twitter then? Okay. This is Will Smith, right? And so this is one of the first AI generating video software that came out, and it was prompted, and this is what it could come up with. But in the space of 1 year, this is a new result. Look at this. So in the space of 1 year, you can see the power of AI and what we can generate in those short period of time. From this now, and then we have something like this here. So I'm trying to work with time, but let's see. So we know Google Nano Banana AI, right? So it's ushered us into the world of hyperrealistic AI-generated images. And then we've seen Google View 3. How many of us can use these softwares? Let me see your hands. Okay, few of us. Wow, that's interesting. So Google View 3 ushered us into the world of hyperrealistic AI-generated videos. So even Figma, so I was concerned. When Figma began to roll out their AI products, people became worried. So we thought Figma should be protecting us, but now they're integrating AI into Figma. And now we have what we call Figma Make. Who knows Figma Make? So it's, okay, let's look at the evolution. So who can tell us, okay, what are these icons? Anyway, we are designers. So the first one is Photoshop, right? So who can tell us this second icon, what was it? Sketch. Now Sketch was one of the foremost user-centered design software we had then. But then, if you're not a big boy, if you don't have a Mac, you can't use Sketch because it works only on MacBook Pro. And then later on, we had Adobe, what's his name again? This, what do you call it? Adobe XDS, thank you. We had Adobe XDS, and the merger between them and Figma did not happen, and so Figma is still, let me say, the king when it comes to that software range. And now, who knows this icon? Anyone? What icon is that? Figma what? Figma Make. Very soon, you see that you don't have to spend a lot of time again, getting mood boards, ideating, sketching, and doing all of those basic UX and UI research process again. With Figma Make, you can just enter a prompt, and you can get results that you can choose from. Okay, so this is a question on every designer lips. Will AI take my job? Who can answer that question? Anyone? Yes. Okay, I think they are saying no, yeah, and they're saying yes. Okay. Will AI take our jobs as designers? Okay, do you want to speak? Okay, please. Okay. Just speak because of our time. Okay, so then, is it that not AI taking our job? He said, if I don't use AI, AI will take my job. So I'm still using AI. Anyone to speak again? Anyone? Will AI take my job? Every designer since 2025. That's the question on our lips. Okay, well, let's see. So who is a hybrid designer? So I wrote here that a hybrid designer is someone who blends human creativity with AI-powered tools to design faster, smarter, and more effectively. So what makes you a hybrid designer? First, you are no longer more like a designer as it were. You have to learn prompt engineering. Do you know that as a designer, I can work with another designer using AI, and we'll get different results. Why? Because of our knowledge of prompting. You know that? So we can have the same tools, but if you don't know how to prompt it, the result we get will be quite different. The same tool, but different results. Now that we are still, doing designs, but let's say manually, where you have to, most of us don't do low fidelity again, am I correct? So if you get the project now, no time for low fidelity. You get what I'm saying? So we just jump to, even mid fidelity, all these things are just the basic knowledge that you need to know if you want to be a good, product designer. And now we just move to the, high fidelity and we just begin to work. So prompt engineering now becomes a superpower for all, designers. So you don't just wake up every day and just let me learn Figma. You need to also learn other, fields, aspect that makes you, a better hybrid designer, as I call it. So then, who is an hybrid designer again? I call the person, a system integrator. So you must understand how to weave AI-generated assets into complex design system, product, and workflow. Because of our time, let me just move on. So you're a critical creator. Now, you have to have that taste and strategic judgment to sift between 1,000 AI-generated options to find the one that works. Now, recently, I began to observe that there's a problem when it comes to using AI to generate, results, when it comes to design or even other things AI can do for us. So we are now spoiled for choice. Before, do you know people now use AI to do flyers? Do you know that? There's a guy on Twitter now that's what he just, you just go get clients, use AI to work on their flyers and send to them. And you can't tell the difference between what he created with AI and the pros who just use Photoshop and Figma to create their designs. So with a single prompt, we become unable to choose because we are presented with many good choices. If you're a very good prompter, you have a lot of different results that you get from AI. And then the question now comes to the point that, okay, which of these results is the best for me to work with? Now, so being able to spot the best option out of many good AI-generated options becomes a prize worth skills. So like, that image there. So how do you know the right meat in that? So I know some people have the eyes to spot. They can say, okay, this one. Without testing it, they know that this is the best one for them. So as a designer, once you have gotten results from AI, how do you know the one to work with that you cannot integrate effectively into your design system? We don't have much time. Okay, let me move on. Now, new technology often meets resistance at first. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? So when we have new technology, the first reaction is what? Resistance. You can see the headlines. It says what? Math teachers protest against what? Calculator use. If it was, let me say, chemistry teacher, I won't be concerned. Or let me say, biology teacher, I won't be concerned. But math teacher are protesting against what? The use of calculator. I thought it should be what? Augmenting their works and make it easier for them to teach and help the students get better at what they teach at mathematics. But the same people who should embrace the new technology are the one now resisting and speaking against it. They went off the street to protest against the use of calculator. So oftentimes we see that new technology often meets resistance at first when they are introduced. So I observed that there are 7 sequential adoption for the part of new technology. So there are 7 sequential adoption paths I've seen when it comes to a new technology. So we also know the story of the typist then, where typewriter was used to type documents and print the print era and all those past times. So people were resisting the advent of printers and they were like, okay, no, let's just stick to what we are used to. But those who got to learn, got better at it, are the ones who are now using software, digital software to now type and print what they need to print. So the first sequential adoption I've noticed is what? Resistance. So people reject or fear the technology. So we hear things like, it will replace us, it's so complex, we don't need this solution at this time. Then secondly, few people just begin to get curious. They say, okay, what's this tech about? What can we do with it? How can I get better at using this product, this technology that has been introduced to us? Then people ask questions, explore them, and test more features. And the next one is skeptical acceptance. Skeptical acceptance. They start using it reluctantly, not fully convinced, but they don't want to be left behind. I think everybody in this room are at this stage of adoption. So most people don't use AI fully in their project now. Maybe just let me just try it out. Let me see if it works. Let me test it. Let me see what I can do, what I can achieve, with AI. Then the next one is what? Practical adoption. The technology proves useful. People adopt it for specific tasks that improve efficiency and what? Reduce workload. Then we now have what? Mainstream acceptance. Let me tell you this. In the next 3 to 4 years, maybe that's even too long. In the next 2 years, Figma Make will be one of the go-to software to use as designers. And in fact, people who are not designers can easily learn how to use Figma Make to make designs. Practically now, people use Lovable to create websites. Am I correct? Lovable is now more like the go-to tools to create landing page and MVPs for products that they want to get tested. So mainstream acceptance is coming very soon, and I believe that in the next 2 years, we have a mainstream acceptance of this AI, technology for designers. So they start using it reluctantly. Organization integrate it into their workflow, and then we now have dependence. People feel limited without it. The technology becomes essential to productivity. Then the final one is what? Integration and transformation. Workflow, skills, and industry reshape around the technology. New roles emerge as what? Hybrid designers. Recently, one of our speakers, he called himself AI product designers. If he called himself that 3 years ago, they would say, who's this guy? Oops, all right, and fine. But very soon, we've seen different roles, titles, hybrid designers, AI UX designers, different roles will emerge because of the advent of AI as it gets better. Then old fear feeds replaced by new opportunities. So let me end on this note. How designers and AI can work together. So to understand how AI and designers can work together, you must understand how bread seller and bean seller work together. So most times, you don't try to compete with AI, no. A bread seller won't compete with a bean seller, am I correct? Or should they compete? No. What should they do? They what? They collaborate, that's the word. So if you want to work with AI, you must learn how to collaborate with AI. And practically, these two guys, they can make more sales working together than just working alone. Am I correct? Because I don't want to eat my beans alone. Some eat it with Gary, some like Gary. Some drink it, soak it, I don't know, as we want to do. But bread, I think bread and beans is good. But I don't like it anyway, but it's fine. So how designers and AI can more like, work together. So accelerated addition. Most times I feel one of the most difficult parts when you're starting a project, Am I correct? Where you don't know where to start from. And that's why we introduce mood boards and we go to Dribble, Behance, Mobbins to get ideas, inspiration, and how to structure the design and how it should look like, how it should feel like. So don't start with a blank page. Use generative AI to explore dozens of visual directions in minutes. So personal design assistant. AI can act like a second brain for designers, provide UI feedbacks, rewrite product definitions, and suggest flows improvement. And the third one is design critic. AI works as a design critic by spotting human issues human often overlook, and giving fast, objective feedbacks. So to answer the question that I asked earlier on, AI won't replace people, but people who can use AI well will replace people who don't. So let's say this together. So we replace people with designers, and then let's see how it sounds. Are we ready together? Can we do that now? So 1, 2, 3, go. AI won't replace designers, but designers who can use AI well will replace people who don't. Designers who don't. Thank you so much. Yeah, so any question? So questions. So I left 5 minutes for questions. So if you have questions. So for me, I believe this is more of a discussion. So let's just talk, interact, and learn together. So any question from the audience? Any question? So I left 5 minutes for questions. I believe there'll be questions. But if there are no questions, that's fine. Okay. Question on the back.
Hi. Do you have, my question is, do you have any preferences for models and like what tasks do you use those models for?
Sorry, I'm not sure I got that question.
So my question is, there's a bunch of different LLMs from different vendors. Do you have any preferences, and what do you use those preferred models for?
All right, so for me now, oftentimes I use ChatGPT often to critique my designs. So I can take an entire workflow, upload it on ChatGPT, and ask, okay, how can this be better? Or what are the pitfalls in this design process? Because most times, so what this will do is that it will save you the time you spend testing your product. Now, let me also say this. I won't advise that I would fully outsource, the entire process to AI. Because the people who use the product are not AI, am I correct? Yes. So AI is just, as I said, should be more of a collaborator, a partner, where you can just ask questions and push what you've designed to, and then ask, okay, how can this be better? For Figma Make is still more like in better state. It's getting better, but for now it's still not really as solid as its way. Lovable as its way. For me, I feel Lovable is still also getting better, but for now, I don't think there's any software that can fully design an end-to-end app at the moment. Or do you have anyone that knows one? That's okay. Let's say I want to design a ride-hailing app, and I go to the software and I say, okay, please give me from onboarding till I get a ride. Design it for me. Is it possible? No, we don't have that yet. But I can tell you in the next 2-3 years, we'll have software that can do that. In fact, there are apps now and software that can build an entire application without even having to write a single line of code. So for code, I'm saying in line of coding, yes, there are software that can build a full app without having to even do any designs and all of that. I think Flutterflow has that function. The Flutterflow AI can help you come up with basically MVPs that you can work with. Yeah, so hope you're fine with that. Okay. Another question? Okay. Okay, let's have a one.
I have certain problems when it comes to my designs, like either the alignments or settings are not consistent, even the coloring and those kind of things.
Okay.
Could I get the prototype link of my designs from Figma, send it to like ChatGPT or anything, and ask the AI to review my work for any inconsistencies, for any problems, any alignment errors, and could that help me?
Okay, so you're saying you want to copy the prototype link
Yeah.
on ChatGPT.
Yes, copy it out,
Okay.
drop it on ChatGPT, and
Okay.
ask the AI to view the work for any errors, inconsistencies, alignment problem, stuff like
Okay.
that.
No, recently ChatGPT and AI they partnered. I hope you're aware of that. Are you aware of that? Yeah. So that feature is similar, like as I said, beta mode, and because literally with that partnership, ChatGPT cannot read the whole content inside the link. Do you get? So, but if you export the whole workflow as pictures and put it, in ChatGPT, then you can get faster results. But just copying the prototype link and putting it on ChatGPT to get results, you might not get a response. In fact, if you take a Google Drive PDF and put it on ChatGPT, you may not get any results. Do you get what I'm saying? So pictures are better when it comes to critiquing your design.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Miriam. My question is that a problem I have with using AI is that AI.
Okay, sorry, can you project?
Okay. My question is that a problem I have with using AI is that it does generic templates for designs or even critiquing. What do you suggest designers can do to ensure that they don't, it's not a generic template sort of design that they create, and how do they put a personalized touch to their designs, or even, just basically that. Thank you.
Okay, so she's asking that if everybody is using AI to generate, designs, then it looks similar, am I correct? Because they're coming from the same source. So, as I said, you don't outsource your entire work to AI. Do you get? So just take it as a partner, as a collaborator. So for now, ChatGPT has it. So we have a lot of AI-powered softwares. But For instance, now if you use Figma Make to come up with concepts, you can easily edit those results that you get with Figma Make. Do you know that? So if you use Figma Make to come up, to come up with a concept, a landing page, or let's say a dashboard, you can easily change the colors, change the text, and if you have a design system, just integrate it with that design system, and that gives you that uniqueness you are looking for. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but if you just put the prompt on, on the AI software and then just use the result like that, in no time you see that the result you are getting looks similar to what someone is also getting. So why use AI to generate the first result, or let me say the first iteration? Still take it back to your design software, edit it. And so we are replacing what? People with what? Design. Are we ready now? So 1, 2, 3, go. AI won't replace designers, but designers who can use AI well will replace designers who don't. Thank you.